Mahogany Bay is one of the most talked about planned neighborhoods in Belize. But is it really worth it? Today, two homeowners reveal what buying, building, and the lifestyle is like. If you're watching this video, you've probably already seen the marketing about Mahogany Bay. It is a master plan residential community on the south side of Ambergris Key, designed to give owners a consistent, organized, and elevated living experience. Let's see what homeowners have to say about Mahogany Bay. For context for our viewers, I know Ms. Sherry and Mr. Lewis through the church here. They have been wonderful couple, very loving. So that's how we know each other, right?
Yes.
So you guys have been in Mahogany Bay for how long? Would you mind sharing with us a little bit of what that journey looked like for you when you found Mahogany Bay? You know, the choosing your lot, building here, the timeline. How did that go for you guys?
Sure.
Oh my gosh. So it's kind of a long story, but I'll try my best to make it short. I'm a detailed person.
She is.
But maybe about 8 years ago, I was looking at something. I'm a real estate broker, and we were looking at places that we might want to travel or even retire to. And I came across online something about Belize. And so my son, he said, "Oh, mom," his friend, he said, "he's Belizean." I said, "No way." He said, "Yeah." He
Right.
said, "Mom," right?
Mm-hmm.
His grandfather owns an island. I said, "Well, ask him if his grandfather will adopt me," right?
Right.
And that's kind of how it started. So I went online and I had Googled some things. And when I did, I came across Remax, Will Mitchell. And I emailed him and we were talking about, a little bit back and forth. And that kind of was it. We love to travel. So we were traveling to Bermuda and, some different places. And so for a little while it stopped. And then we thought,
The traveling stop?
the desire to come to Belize.
Yeah.
What are three things that you think you enjoy most about Mahogany Bay outside of after you've built, after you've established here? What are those things that you now enjoy?
I enjoy like the farmhouse. When the farmhouse opened, oh my gosh. I told Daniel, "I'm so glad you're here. This is so cool." We literally can walk from our house to go to come have breakfast. It's like a little market and grab our stuff. We can really walk to it. It just is sense of community. And then, if we want something to eat, we can eat there. The pool club, the Hilton, we can go and eat in these places. They're a little bit more expensive sometimes, but then, like a special occasion sometimes. But breakfast, I'll say, "Babe, can you go to the big house and get me some bacon and some fried jacks?" And he be like, "I'll be right over there." We call him this Mr. Joe, Street One. And they be like, "Yes, Mr. Joe, we got your discount." And
Mm-hmm.
Fix
it.
you up.
I'm
Yes.
local
I
everywhere I
know.
go.
Local.
Local. I'm a
Yeah.
Belizean. I even got my Belizean driver's license.
You
So,
did,
yes.
right? Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
and also security.
Security
Yeah,
wise,
we do have security.
This security. It's a gated community and
They come
secure.
up and down the streets like every hour on their
so you have that
motorcycles.
peace of mind when it
It's a
comes
little
to
bit more,
Mhm.
yes, that just makes you feel this sense. One, it's community because pretty much here there's a lot of people that that rent their houses out. We're here full time, so all the people who know us full time, it's just like, "Hey, Miss Sherry," you just it's so cool.
you have been here living in the island for how long?
March will be 3 years.
Mhm.
March will be 3 years.
Hmm.
Wow. Now that you've seen the entire island and you see everything that it has to offer, would there be another area that you would have possibly considered or another place you would have considered?
Not for me.
Me either. I haven't actually. I've went all over the island, but I haven't went looking at another resort or another area.
Yeah.
No, so for what we just mentioned. We can get on our bike and ride up to the market. We can get on.
Right.
So for those things, no, I don't think I would have moved anywhere else. We considered a condo one time because we
Being on the
didn't want to
beachfront
keep our
and
yard
yeah.
up, didn't want to do any of that stuff. So we considered being on the beachfront for a condo, but I'm not sure where it would be. Yeah.
For me, my hesitation was I have 7 grandchildren and 5 living children. So, well, actually, now I have 3 great grands because we had 3 this year,
Mm-hmm.
January, February, and August. So it was more like, I'm going to leave my children. I don't want to feel stuck on an island. And he said, you'll never be stuck. You can get up out of here. It's the plane. The way we came in, you could get out anytime you want to. And my children were like, Mom, you're actually creating heritage for us in Belize,
Right.
and we are international owners. That's what they claimed. I was like, you're not making no mortgage payments here. You didn't get no money. We don't make no mortgage payments. We paid clear and free, but I would just tease them. But they come, my grandchildren, 3 of the youngest ones come in the summer. They've come already 3 times. Our children are getting ready. 3 of them are coming for Christmas.
In order to keep this video short, sweet, and straight to the point, we highlighted only the main points of our interview with Miss Sherry and Mr. Lewis. The full interview will be dropping this Friday, so look out for that. Before we continue to our second interview, let's quickly look at the range of lots currently available in Mahogany Bay and the differences between Phase 1 and Phase 2. Now for the low-end price lots, the most affordable resale lots in Mahogany Bay start around $169,000, like parcel 5704 on Street 1, Phase 1. This is the most developed and polished section of Mahogany Bay, with well-maintained gravel streets and easy to access to the pool club, farmhouse cafe and store, and Island Academy primary and secondary school. Phase 1 offers a turnkey lifestyle with established amenities and a strong rental potential. Now for the mid-range resale lots, they fall between $185,000 to $200,000. This includes prime Phase 1 lots and Phase 2 parcels on the newer streets. Phase 2 lots are the same size as Phase 1, but feature wider canals for better boat access and more privacy. Both phases have access to the same community management, amenities, HOA, and rental program benefits. The difference is Phase 1 is significantly more built out, while Phase 2 is just starting to be developed. Now, top-end resale lots are around $205,000 all the way up to $250,000. These include raw land or resale parcels with utilities ready to go. Most of these options are on Phase 2 with wider canal and private water views, which make these some of the most scenic and flexible lots. You can build now, build later, or hold as a future home site in a secure master plan neighborhood. If you'd like the full list of lots that we have available for resale at Mahogany Bay, feel free to scan the QR code on screen or click the first link in the descriptions. Now that you've seen the range of available lots, let's continue with our second homeowner interview to hear more about the life here. Now we are here with Miss Deb Plagio. She currently lives in Phase 2. Miss
Yes.
Deb, it was lovely to make your acquaintance, and then now
Yes.
we're friends, and
Yes.
I'm grateful that you have allowed me to come and interview a bit about what your experience with Mahogany Bay, living here, buying here, and building here has been like. Now, moving into your build process and, getting yourself acquainted, you did the seawall, it went well. How was the process like to build here in Mahogany Bay?
It went pretty well. One thing, you know, one of the things that we were skeptical about was how do we know they're doing what they think they're doing? Do we just see Will's videos and the Mahogany Bay updates? But we were introduced to the construction management team. So once we started building, there were weekly videos that we saw everything that was happening. And then not only did we get the video, but we got several pictures. And probably like everybody that lives here, you're zooming in on all the pictures and you're zooming in on the videos and saying, that doesn't look right. Is that the way it's supposed to be? So there was a constant communication with the construction management team of CMSP.
And the timeline with that, was it a long timeline? Can you give us a little insight into that?
I would say it was, from the time we started until we moved in, it was roughly 15 months. We still had punch list items, but as far as being able to move in, have our shipment come, everything like that, it was 15 months. It wasn't terrible. I can think. Some of the builders are, when you look to get a build, construction management team asks you what length of time you're looking for, because there are some builders that have a standard like 16 to 18 months. There are others that are generally at 22, 24 months. So that is one thing that they start to ask you about.
What made Mahogany Bay for you the perfect choice? Because you visited Belize, you visited the island.
Right.
Why not somewhere else?
I think in general. So when we were here in 2018, we actually stayed across the street at Royal Caribbean. So our comfort level was that 2 miles from town. We knew that 2 miles from town, we could get there in 15 minutes. We also knew that when we were done in town, it could be back to being quiet in Mahogany Bay, because it is a quiet community. And since it is rentals, I don't believe when it's done, it's all of a sudden going to be some loud. It's homes, it's residences. So it was the quietness and it was, I think, our comfort of just being here that first time and feeling like, yeah, this is it. We drove the whole island, just like when we would travel and say, nah, I can't live here, or yes, I could live here. That was our same thing when we would drive around the parts of the island. Like, we really liked south of town.
And Mahogany Bay just stood out.
Stood out.
Yes.
We liked that it was a planned community. We liked that it had a cohesiveness with it too. We liked the 24/7 security. When you come down here from the States or Canada, the first thing you should think about is what you don't know. So it's like, what don't I know? So this gives me the most comfort of feeling a little bit like back home, with yet still being here.
And that's a good point you made. What don't I know? And through this process of building, buying, building, moving here, what are things that you learned through the process that you didn't know that now you know, and that you would recommend other buyers who are looking into to take in mind?
Pack your patience. We lived here 5.5 weeks with an air mattress.
And were those hesitations that you had from the beginning that you foresaw or were, didn't
No,
didn't see coming?
no, no, you don't see them coming, because everything, all our personal belongings, we came under QRP. All our personal belongings were shipped down on time. But there was a conveyor belt that broke in Belize City. But we didn't know that till after the fact. So we're waiting and we're contacting our shipper, and he's like, it's there, it's in Belize City. So yeah, so we had, friends here, Sherry and Joe Lewis, who gave us some camping chairs. And, we had a laptop. My husband recorded some movies on his laptop, and we watched movies, had our air mattress, and 2 camping chairs.
And was your close family, your daughters,
Mhm.
sons, were they skeptical about your move here? Were they worried about you? And what would you tell them now that you've been here?
Yes. Probably crazy was the word that comes to mind. Not so much skeptical, but like, what are you doing? You know, because it's not like we told anybody ahead of time, and because you don't want to sit there and say, oh, someday we're going to move to Belize, and they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody says things like, that's my dream place. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you don't do it. So it probably seems more sudden to them than it was to us. Yeah, my parents are still alive, and they were really skeptical. They're in their mid to late 80s, and that was like, you're gonna lose everything. So we had to calm their nerves. And my father, being a contractor, he was thinking it was just never going to happen. And then once we got the videos and he saw them, he was like, oh, this construction's pretty good. And it's, okay, Dad, I'm not that dumb.
And to finish off, one big question that we have, you mentioned patience, back a lot of it.
Yeah.
What was other things you wish you would have known that you would tell people who are considering Mahogany Bay that you now know or that you've heard other people learn and that you share with people?
I think if anything, I would say do your research first. I think a lot of people come down here and they get pulled in and they make a decision right then and there on their first vacation down here. And then there's the potential of buyer's remorse. There's the potential of not asking all the questions to realize that in not only Mahogany Bay, not only San Pedro, all of Belize, and a lot of foreign countries, it's a cash build. So you really don't want to make a quick decision on that. You might come down and love it, and you get the fear of missing out. And don't let that happen. Do your research. It's a wonderful place, but don't go in without knowing that it's going to be a cash build, and build within your means. It's definitely, as you know, not the cheapest place to live in San Pedro by far. So don't try to keep up with the Joneses.
Likewise, the full interview with Miss Deb will be dropping next week Monday, so look out for that. Before we wrap up, I want to show you one of the most affordable homes currently available in Mahogany Bay, especially if you're looking for a strong rental performance and a rare seller financing. This is if you don't want to go through the build process waiting time. This is Casa Turtleback, located in Phase 1 on Street 1, the same street as Miss Sherry and Mr. Lewis. One of the biggest advantages of this home is the seller financing. A $200,000 down payment with a 10-year amortization. Financing like this is extremely rare in Mahogany Bay for a completed home. Now, this home is already performing extremely well as a vacation rental through the M&B management and the Marriott Bonvoy program. Let me show you a quick 2-minute walkthrough so you can get a feel for the space. And just across the canal from Casa Turtleback is a luxury Cape Cod style home, a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath residence with an actual boat slip located on Street 1. This home is fully turnkey and listed at 1.3 million. This 2,000 square foot home blends classic Cape Cod elegance with modern tropical living. Would you like to see the complete list of available homes and lots in Mahogany Bay, including prices, sizes, and investment potentials? Scan the QR code on screen or click the first link in the descriptions. Whether it's your dream home or a vacation rental, this is your chance to see what's really on the market today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on future neighborhood updates. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.